Delicious. Okay, 80.3. It's 1.6 off since yesterday again. Extra hour and a quarter maybe. Sleep. Rest day food yesterday. Only 150 carb. Let's go check in. Evening. It's the evening before the day of Sunday evening. It's a bit of a weird one, lads, isn't it? And I'm going to take you through it all. Obviously, we're on here, pretty much heavy up to date on the daily, which is, I think, pretty cool for like the last month or more now at this point, which is absolutely mental. But just as I said, the dig was about to begin. It's obviously not the right time for the dig to begin. Keen messaged me today, this morning. I had my weight put into the sheets, and Friday we obviously said I was down at my lowest, 79.5, and we were like, right, that was good. We're on a roll here, and we're going to start digging in because, time will tip away now. But woke up yesterday morning, I was back up to 80 kilo. Woke up this morning, I was 81.9 kilo. 81.9 kilo, and I was just like, oh, lad. But it is what it is. I'm showing you the full process here on, how the body is responding. This is my first prep, my first proper prep, and this is just how it's going. You know what I mean? This is just how it's going and how the body's responding, and I think it's very interesting, to be fair. And I'm not going to let the head go. I'm not going to let the head wobble as much as it kind of, I suppose, wants to. And, I'm thinking, fuck, we're sort of kind of running out of time a small little bit here. I'm just going to do as I'm told and see it out and let it see its course, I suppose you could say, and just see how the body responds over the next couple of days. So I've been ordered, after keen seeing, the weight like that. Obviously we'll have pictures first thing in the morning, but I have been ordered to not do cardio and to not train tomorrow as well, which is fair enough. There has been, I suppose, those couple of signs, obviously Keen just saw, and I'm thinking as well, my training, again, maybe with the routine change and going fasted when energy is peaking in the morning has been great for training, because it's been, just really good sessions, and I'm not flagging really with them at all. But, the appetite and everything, the way I've been saying, like, I've absolutely no appetite right up until now, which is still not there now. Don't get me wrong, today I was a little bit more hungry, but not like the hunger that you'd start to expect. 150 gram of carb rest day, which again, for me, nothing that we haven't done before, I tell you that much. But, hunger and appetite and all those different things are all different signals, you know what I mean? So a big thing for me now is just listening and doing what I'm told. As Keen said to me, now is our chance, where we still have a good bit of time, right, to just pull back, potentially for a couple of days with training, less cardio probably, maybe less steps, and we'll see about the food. Obviously, fast forward, I don't know what the setup is for the video that you're actually watching right now. This is the evening before and my thoughts for us, so I'm not too sure what to expect for tomorrow. I just thought I'd give you my thoughts this evening, but it is what it is. This is my first prep. I'm not going to be whinging, it's not like I'm here in a position where I'm like life or death, we're fucking enjoying the day to day. We're enjoying absolutely every bit of it. I'm not going to lose the rag. I'm not going to lose the head, because we're prepping for a bodybuilding show, you know what I mean? Like, it's not life or death situation, but it's just interesting. It would be lovely to just be seeing things moving along, with putting in the work. I'm working hard on that bike every single morning. Obviously, I do find it, handy enough. Like, I'm fucking determined on that bike for the hour, or if it's the 45-minute session, I've got my YouTube on there, whatever it might be that's on there, and I'm giving it welly. And yeah, I'm thinking to myself for those first couple of minutes, I'm like, how am I going to do an hour here? But lo and behold, that time just goes by, and we're sweating, lad. We are sweating for that cardio, which is a good sign. So yeah, we're just going to see over the next couple of days. Obviously, we did on Thursday have the food drop, and we're just nailing that meal plan. Like, all the fibrous foods are a lot lower now in the diet, like fruit, veg, which again is absolutely perfect. And again, with bringing them down, appetite hasn't gone anywhere either. You know what I mean? It's absolutely wild. So it could just be potentially the body just being like, nah, you just need a couple of days off here. And that's not me being like, I'm fucked or anything, because unfortunately in my head right now, I do not want to get up tomorrow morning and not do cardio. And I would like to go and train push in the morning, but it is what it is. You know, we need to nip it in the bud, hopefully now. See how the body responds. You know, it's probably going to possibly take more than one day, you know, but now is our chance to do it, because if we let it go by and this same thing keeps happening for the next 2-3 weeks, then we're getting close and close to the show, you know, or to the shows. And things would be like, you know, what do we actually do here? Like, you know, we're X amount of weeks away from here. Like, yeah, condition would probably still coming, fat would still probably be coming off, but at what cost? You know what I mean? Like, is things just going to be back and forth the whole time? You're going to have to take a day off here, take a day off there to try and like get yourself back and see body weight coming down, or do we spend a couple of days here freshening up? Who knows? Who knows? You're about to see the whole day in front of us, exactly what we do and exactly what we get up to. So let's take you through the full day. I'm bloody excited myself. I'm about to go and have my dinner. I'll touch base with you first thing in the morning. We'll see what way body weight is at. So as I said, 81.9 this morning. 81.9.
Coffee made. I never recorded on here. I had you set up. I never recorded checking shots. So while I'm getting my blood pressure here, I'm going to stick up checking photos here. Let you have a look at them. Let me know what you think we're looking this morning. I think it's not a bad situation. It's not the worst situation, but I'm going to send them off to Keane now in a second. See what he thinks. I'm going to get stuck into work. Check-ins are starting to flow through, and we'll see. Obviously, I'm not doing cardio. Will we do cardio later? Will we train later? Will I be on the walking pad? All the questions we'll see, lad. This is just the importance of having a coach. You know, this is, you know, a video that I spoke directly on a couple of weeks ago. It just shows the importance of having a coach, because if it was just me in control right now, it would just be a case of, right, cardio, steps the same, training, dropping food, digging myself into a deeper hole. And then we get our sip of coffee. I'm going to crack into work, and I'm going to touch base with you when feedback arrives from the boss. Flying, and now my feedback has just come in. We're going to have a watch. I am always buzzed for checking feedback on a Monday, but today, let's see what the story is.
Inflammation is just something we just need to manage, man, a little bit better. And, you know, we can only kind of burn the candle on both ends of the stick now for so long, but I know you mentioned to me before as well about kind of high inflammation in your previous preps, and, you know, kind of that dropped off, and that's maybe just something that you have. But I just want to take a couple of days here to kind of peel back a little bit. Like, we are actually in a nice position. These photos are quite good as well. Probably our best photos, like even the glute there from the side is starting to come in that a little bit more. But it's just kind of in around here.
Self and Chief just out for our usual bout of steps in the morning. Get the head right, lad. Can't beat a little bit of fresh air. The walking pad is great and all, but the fresh air is just lovely. Throw the book in to the ears for a few minutes, even though that audio book that I'm on at the minute, the voice is dreadful, but it's just easier. It's easier than just reading, because I won't read realistically, will I? I'll do something else. But as you heard there, a couple of days now, freshen up. See, can we get that freshen up response? As you see, I did say it to Keane and mention as well, which is the beauty of having, you know, done diets and digs before, I suppose, is known. Like, I do hold that inflammation in the legs especially. I will hold the water weight, but we'll see, can we just get that response that we're looking for over the next couple of days through touch extra food. Obviously nothing major, we're not trying to do any calorie challenges around here, lad, but I'll show you the food. We'll show you the food over the next couple of days. It's just a meal plan, not like tracking macros and like trying to fit in anything stupid or anything like that. It is annoying, like I don't want that extra food, as stupid as that might sound. I want to dig, I want to bring the condition, but we need to be able to bring the condition, you know what I mean? So no cardio today, back in then as you've seen for 20 minutes as of tomorrow. Steps at 12k, and then the additional food which we'll run through today as well. So we've got, not actually 100% sure, I'll have to pull up the meal plan there. I didn't even check the macros. I'm not bothered about any numbers or anything like that. I just eat what's on the meal plan. Extra rice, sourdough for meal one. That's what it's all about, lad. You know, this game of prepping, getting in condition. Chief, we'll turn around here, bud. Oi, heel, heel. This game of getting in condition, the condition I really want to get in, and please God we can do it. You know, it will take a dig. We weren't expecting, you know, to be in a position where body weight and stuff wasn't going the way it should, you know, but hopefully with this next couple of days, it is a case of just managing things to get that response, you know what I mean? Like, I will go to death's door to bring the condition that we need, and we probably will have to do that, which will be exciting. But we need to get this body responding first, and we need to get it in a position where we can do that, and we're not just seeing these spikes in body weight all of a sudden, holding on to excess water weight. And Keane did point out this morning, you know, through my own years of having excess body weight, you know, I do have that like bit of excess skin. And Danny even mentioned it last week, and it's not something I really thought of. I'm hoping that we can like get rid of as well there by getting shredded, you know what I mean? But that's just through being a fat bastard for most of my life, and obviously last year, up until last year, you know, gaining all that excess body fat again, which it is what it is, man. We're doing the do. We're going through the whole experience. I'm not going to whinge. We're going to fucking enjoy it. We're going to have a great day. This is going to be a longer video as well, so hopefully you enjoy it. Sit back, relax. I'm going to get a food shop done as well because I don't have that much food. I don't have sourdough either, and we're going to get that done. We have a good few check-ins wrapped up for the day also, which also brings stress levels down nicely. So drop the video like, comment down below your thoughts. As always, you're doing this with me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already, lads. I appreciate every single one of you.
Ho ho ho. Meal one, boys. 100 gram of sourdough. Lads, might have overcooked the omelette a small little bit, but we have meal one here on the extra food today. As I said, protein is down a small little bit, down a good little bit, I think, to be fair. Carbs up a small little bit, fat up a tad then as well. So meal one, we have 100 grams of sourdough from Aldi. I went to the shop, got the food that I needed for the day. I'm home. We're stocked up again. And then I just finished check-ins there as well. So we have 2 eggs. And breathe, lad. Check-ins just finished. Meal one is about to go in. Protein down a small little bit. Carbs and fat, well, mainly carbs, but fat up a tad, I think. So I actually have 2 eggs here for the meal this morning. 2 eggs in the omelette. We have 100 gram of sourdough from Aldi. We have 2 eggs, 100 gram of egg white, and then we have pepper and a little bit of spinach with our cumin and paprika. So that is meal one, and I will have, as you know, lads, mustard, if I can reach it, and my little bit of 50% ketchup, just to add that little bit of flavour. We've got the salt. We've got the salt on the eggs. Delicious. I did run to Aldi, got my few bits. It was efficient, in and out job. Aldi, Lidl, Bosch, stocked up for the next couple of days. I'm going to take you through the full diet today. As I said, I'll touch back. We'll get next meal in. Obviously, I'm going to give you a little taste test here. I usually will be at the kitchen table, as always, with you, but I'm getting the legs up. I'm just going to rest the legs as much as we can now over the next couple of days. Going to eat this, enjoy it, and then we'll get back to the mayhem that is work for the rest of the day. We also have at 20 to 12, which is a little bit later than this food should be going in probably. We have 6 meals to eat total for the day. 6,425 steps done. Bash. Delicious. We're eating good. Carbs are going back in, lad. Carbs are going back in. I told you fucking last night, I told you this morning, I don't want these extra carbs, but if we're told to eat them, we're going to eat them. We're back. We're back for meal 2, lads. Look at that for a beauty. Chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Chicken, rice and veg and pineapple. One thing I did in the shop earlier, I was like, I wonder would it be nicer having frozen pineapple with my meals instead of the canned pineapple. I was always a big man for frozen pineapple with like my oats and like cream of rice and stuff, like for years. But I haven't gotten frozen pineapple in a very long time. So I got frozen pineapple. I have 100 grams of pineapple on the plan today per meal. I've got 4 meat and rice meals. So the next 3 meals, this one and 2 more after this, are going to look the exact same. And then we do have mince meat as well this evening, just to let you know. There's no oats, there's no cream of rice meal. He pulled that out as well, so we're just doing rice. But we have here 90 grams of dry weight basmati rice. We have 100 grams of chicken, which is poxy. Like, I usually have 200 grams of chicken with my meal too. So half the chicken, protein obviously down. We have 100 grams of pineapple, little bit of lettuce then underneath. We have our little bit of sauerkraut, little bit of peppers, little bit of kimchi, salt. I might put a little bit of ketchup on it. I'm on the go. We've got a big day going down. I do have my meeting with Keen coming up very soon as well. All check-ins wrapped up, just back and forth with clients, just getting some adjustments to plans done again, just bang on the go. And I'm feeling good. Energy is good. I'm hoping to have a really good sleep now again tonight, and looking forward to anticipating what the story will be tomorrow. But on the food, lads, all right, please do not, right, and it's something I've never done myself and I never plan to do it, ask your coach for more food, ask your coach for a refeed. And the reason for that is because chances are, if you're asking for it, you really don't need it. You should be at a point where you're being told, okay, we need to do, like what I'm doing today, you need to be told, right, we need to have more food here, lad. I understand, like, having food would be great, you know, more food equals, like, maybe you being more satisfied in the diet, maybe hunger being that little bit lower, but trust me, you're probably going to make it worse for yourself, because you're going to have a day, potentially 2 days of that higher food, okay? Even if your coach was to give it to you, which if the coach is a proper coach, it's not going to give you the food just because you ask for it. It's going to give you the food, or they are going to give you the food, not it. If you require it and you need it, your appetite and everything after that refeed that you have, which again at the time might be great, like even throughout the day you might notice your appetite is like fucking firing, but your appetite the days after it are probably going to be in a worse position than you thought they were, and you're just going to be fucking even hungrier. You know what I mean? It might give you a spurt in your gym session today, it might give you a spurt in your gym session tomorrow, but what happens when that glycogen is gone again from the system and appetite is here and food is back down here and you're digging even deeper? You know what I mean? Just stick it out, okay? My first photo shoot prep was what, 16 weeks maybe. I had a tiny little feed up maybe 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, 4 weeks out maybe. From that, like, this today isn't a refeed, you know. Majority of people anyway are going to be on higher food, dieting down right now than what I am actually eating today, but needs must, just small little touch in food to just help with maybe diminishing like the fatigue and inflammation and the water weight, maybe that small little bit. We're going to assess it tomorrow and see. You know, I'd be more than happy if this was just, as Keen knows, I like just protein veg, and I'm looking forward to that situation that we're going to be in, more than likely, you know, with having to freshen up here for a couple of days. Like, not that we're not doing anything, like, we're still going to be losing fat, simple as, like, with the position my body's in at the moment, we're still going to be losing fat, but just not digging right now, you know what I mean? We're getting ourselves fresh, digging in, and that's where, like, I'm alive, like, I'm alive right now, but like, I've always just come to life because I've taken the unsustainable route, which has probably just shafted me every single time. And that's just, again, the importance of just having someone there telling you what to do. Listen to them 100%, trust them, put your trust in them. You know, that's what it's all about. You're paying them to make the adjustments, you're paying them to tell you what to do. They have your best interests at heart at the end of the day. Just listen, do what you're fucking told, man. You know what I mean? Let's give you a taste test. All right, pineapple there first. Let's just see about the pineapple. It could be a little game changer. Nice. It probably is the move. It probably is the move. Like, these meals, they really don't even need sauce. Like, I'm going to put a bit of ketchup on top of this. But, like, realistically, it doesn't even need that much. Like, I would just love here, like, big mold of meat. No need of the rice, lad. No need. We also have ourselves a new one, I think. Apple and strawberry, I want to say, my waddy. The next 2 meals are going to look bang on the exact same, and I'm going to have my little bit of mince to look forward to then later on this evening. All right then, boys. in your pocket, I suppose, is your one. There's too many vapes flying around these days, lads. I tell you, stay away from them because they're not good. I've been on one realistically for like the last 10 plus years, which I'm not proud to say, but it was something that I just got on and I haven't got off since. Could be worse. We could be doing worse, and it gives me that bit of sanity every single day. I had to get Danielle to step into the driver's seat. We've got meal number 4 going down the hatch. Just being cautious that the meals are going in, digesting them nicely. The food is going down nice, to be fair. And the frozen pineapple was a shout for the day, an absolute shout. So we have here exact same again. 100 gram of raw weight chicken, which is like, might as well not even be in. Does it?
That smells so bad.
100 gram of raw weight chicken. You know, when you take the lunchbox, you open up any lunchbox, like, imagine being in the office now, I can imagine sometimes. Especially with like the kimchi and sauerkraut in there. 90 grams of dry weight basmati rice again. This was the exact same for meal 3, lads. So this is my 3rd one in a row of the exact same meal, which is beautiful, perfect. And then we've got 100 grams of frozen pineapple, and I think that's the move. I'm not too sure what flavour. Danielle didn't get to try with me the Dubai chocolate for sale. Absolute muck. Absolute muck, lad. In the sludge and in the creamy. So I think the reviews, I'm just going to stay put on my normal flavours now, and that's it moving forward. There's no need to be jumping around doing different flavours every single day to review them, because realistically there's no need, and I'm only going to put myself in bad form if I have a shit flavour and it's ruined. Even though we don't have any cream of rice, we don't have any oats or anything today, I don't need it, and this is probably filling me up that little bit more, being that little bit denser. So we're going to get this in, get home. Steps are nearly done. Well, 10k steps for the day pretty much wrapped up, and I'm not allowed to do any more than 12. You want to buy? Set up, lads. Right, final meat meal going in with 100 gram of 5% mince in there, lads. A poxy little portion, but it is what it is. Someone did also ask what brand air fryer. That is the brand of air fryer that I have in the meal prep video, I think I want to say. So I'm not too sure if you're watching, lad, but I actually wasn't sure when I saw your comment, so I will get back to you on that. But really, really handy. I cook, not my turkey burgers, but mince and all my chicken in the air fryer. It's super handy, man. And the mince is lovely and crispy. And I cook it halfway. Mince takes literally like 15 minutes for me to get it nice and crispy in the air fryer. And I'll just put my peppers in then on top for them to cook for like the last 10 minutes or something like that. Rice already prepared for the day. Last feeding of rice, we'll have the usual little bit of lettuce, kimchi, sauerkraut. That'll be the final meat meal. And we'll have the creamy for the last meal. So yeah, nice little touch up on carbs, obviously all from the sourdough this morning, the rice, pineapple, a little bit extra. That's pretty much it. You know, nothing crazy, lads, nothing crazy. No crazy refeeds around here, but that's all I want. You know, did I want it? No, but was it nice? Yeah. Are we running the same tomorrow? I think so. But it's just day by day now. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of where we're at. And I think, you know, it probably will be a case more so of just taking it day by day and seeing how we get on. Getting fresh here. Couple of days. No training tomorrow. 20 minutes cardio though, as I said. And I've got 1,000 steps left to do, which I'll just rack up from walking around the house. All is good, man. Work is done for the day. And we're going into the sunbed shop now as well in a little bit. That frozen pineapple is delicious, boys. Delicious. But had the boots on there, half an hour. See how we feel. Good day put down. I don't want to be complaining on here, T. Not at all. Not at all. Weather is absolutely smashing. I'm not too sure if there's much else to report. I'm not too sure if there is much else to report. We are coming up now on, God, under 4 weeks out from the group photo shoot. We have a team day as well on the 11th of May, which is like 2 weeks away, about 2 weeks away now, which is really exciting as well. We have some nice bits planned for that. Again, anyone who does want to come along to that, anyone who does want to get on board in the meantime, do click the link in the bio, lads. We have a few nice bits planned now for the summer coming up, so I'm looking forward to having them in the diary, you know, just having those things to look forward to. Obviously, plenty of shows coming up now as well. You know, lots there to be looking forward to. Coming into the summer, just enjoy it. just enjoy the whole process of going through it. I really do hope with these videos that you do and are getting something from them. Like, do let me know, because the messages that I've been getting from a couple of you, like, again, I'm not going to be getting messages bang, 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 but in regards to like previous years, whatever, it's absolutely mental, and the support does not go unnoticed. And the one thing that I tell absolutely everyone is, it makes it a hell of a lot easier showing up on here absolutely every single day. A hell of a lot easier. And I absolutely love it. And there is absolutely no stopping us. You're going to have to really put me in the ground before I stop doing this every day. Weirdly enough, you mightn't think it, but when more food is going in, sometimes, and it probably will be the case tomorrow after today being that little bit higher food, my appetite might be a little bit higher. I'm kind of hoping for it to be, you know, as one of the signs of freshening up, probably my appetite getting that little bit, you know, more aggressive. But appetite as normal. And with the meat being that little bit lower, protein being that little bit lower, it's kind of like I'm just eating. The mince here, 100 grams, is like barely anything. But because it's spread across 6 meals as well, the protein isn't actually like that low for the whole day, you know, that kind of way. But all is good. I did think appetite would be that little bit higher, but it isn't. I'm just looking forward to seeing what the next couple of days look like. I know I've said that about 20 times already, but another thing I can recommend for you, I was recommending to a client a couple of things in terms of like sleep and everything today in a check-in. Blue light blockers, first and foremost. Watching the telly on the phone in the evening time, just getting them on. I do find they help, you know, these things take time. You're not going to notice differences in the first night, in the first week probably. They're just things that you have to build into routine, you know what I mean? And with sleep then as well is just, again, I have zinc, magnesium, ZMA from Trained by JP, excuse me, Dream Sleep in there as well. I do also have another sleep supplement that one of the boys told me to get, and he told me it would knock me the fuck out, so we're going to see what the story is with that. I haven't used melatonin yet, so we're going to see what melatonin is going to be like in terms of sleep, even though the sleep has gotten so good in the last kind of week now. And then it's just been actually like an adult when it comes to sleep, like just putting away the phone, turning it off and being like, I'm going to sleep. That's the biggest thing of it all, is actually just being like, I'm going to sleep now. And realistically, it will work, you know what I mean? Instead of looking for these fancy supplements and all these gimmicks. Again, another thing I would like to look into is, you know, like the nasal strips and like the mouth taping and all that. God, we can get too deep into it altogether, lad. Too deep into it. But it is something that you could look at. If anyone's tried them, do let me know. Like, if you do notice big benefits from it, I'm interested in looking into it that little bit more. And deep breathing as well in morning and evening, I think is good as well for just all different things like anxiety and all those different things. I do need to put more emphasis on just shit like that. Do you know what I mean? It only takes a couple of minutes, but if you build it into routine, we're going to be good to go. Will I make you creamy?
No, I'm not having the rest of the turkey burgers.
You are, they're on your meal plan, lad. Neil's nearly first week on the plan, boys. And she's doing well. Check-in day tomorrow for her. She takes her photos for me in the same place I take them.
Just let me taste it.
No, man. Go on.
No, I'll make my own.
Why will you make your own?
Because you're fucking gonna cry about it.
I'm not, but that's
You are.
calories. My protein was already pulled low enough as it is. I have to stay tuned if Danielle's still going to be living in the house in the next few weeks, lads, especially as we start to dig in.
Just shut up.
A bit of Biscoff now. I haven't had Biscoff in a very long time. Another few months to go, fellas. Check back in tomorrow. We'll see what the weight is like. We'll see what the body looks like. We'll be checking in, and we'll report back as always. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Just pack it up and go to bed.
Fucking hell.
Couch.